From radio markets as diverse as Bassett, Virginia to Havertong,
Maryland,
toiling anonymously as a radio disc jockey, has now been elevated to the status of media elite. The Shore Morning Show with Keith Thompson.
We are the town, AM 1530, FM 102.3, WCTR. I'm Keith Thompson, Shore Morning Show. Our Warrior Wednesday and Warrior Bob Kramer down in Key West enjoying the Florida weather these days. But we have a substitute, Marcy Dunn Ramsey, joining us, Chester River Association, also a local artist. So we'll get a little insight into Chester River and see what they do. And get some ideas, at least the thoughts from Marcy on Chestertown and the riverfront with things going on with the marina and the armory and all of that. Talk a little bit about her artwork as well. And so I have no idea where the conversation is going to go. We're just going to turn the microphone on and chat as we always do on our Warrior Wednesday. It's coming up next. We're the town, AM 1530, FM 102.3, WCTR.
For 100 years of people serving, people are asking, are you thinking of making a change? Well, it's easy to do. Just stop by and speak to Harriet, Donna, or Pat. They can help assist in a new account, transfer monies from existing accounts, set up online bill paying at pbkc.com. You'll also receive free checking with direct deposits, and these are just some of the benefits that come with your new People's Bank account. Check out the People's Bank in Rock Hall or any of their 6 other locations, and you'll see why the People's Bank is your local bank of choice. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Doug Camp, President of the Kent County Chamber of Commerce, your business advocate in the county. If you need help starting a new business, or if you have questions or concerns about your existing business, the Kent County Chamber of Commerce can help. With our vast pool of resources and member expertise, the Kent Chamber can help resolve the important issues facing your business. Call the Chamber today to see how easy and affordable membership can be. Call the Kent Chamber of Commerce at 410-810-2968 or visit us on the web at kentchamber.org.
Outdoors on the Shore is coming to WCTR. It's a brand new program hosted by me, Steve Goss. It's about everything to do with hunting, fishing, and all things outdoors on the Upper Eastern Shore. So join me as I invite some of my hunting buddies down there to discuss hunting, fishing, trapping, crabbing, and any other hunting-related topic that pops into my head. We'll also cover gun safety, good hunting spots, and answer your questions about hunting. So join me, Steve Goss, for Outdoors on the Shore Sunday at 7:30 a.m. right here on the town, AM 1530, FM 102.3, WCTR.
Join your host, John Jopling, for the senior class from the town, AM 1530, FM 102.3, WCTR. The senior class is aimed at the baby boomer generation with news and information for senior citizens, including special guests talking about issues that concern seniors, and also musical features that will take you back to the past and stir up old memories. Senior class comes your way live Monday afternoons at 1 o'clock and replays throughout the week. And it's sponsored by Heron Point of Chestertown, an Axe Retirement Life community.
You're a small business owner, but you're not advertising. You believe that the economy is still stagnant, that consumers are hanging on to their money. You think maybe you'll spend a little on advertising once things start to pick up, but you know what? By then, it'll be too late. Your competitors will already be advertising and taking a big fat chunk of your market share. You'll have totally missed the boat. The train will have left the station, and there you'll be standing all alone on the platform, watching slack-jawed as customers pass you by. Why? Because they don't know you're there, because you didn't advertise, because you didn't think it was worth it. Every moment of every day, someone is buying something. People are shopping right this second, making choices, making purchases, and if you're not talking to them, someone else is. Advertising grease.
We're getting ready to go. May want to pull the mic a little bit closer.
Here?
That should be good.
Okay.
Good morning, we're the town, AM 1530, FM 102.3, WCTR. Shore Morning Show, Keith Thompson with you, and Warrior Bob Kramer, who is probably in as bad a mood as I am this morning after the Sugar Bowl game last night. He's down in Key West, Florida, but we have a pinch hitter today, Marcy Dunn Ramsey, joining us at Chester River Association, and welcome in. Your first time on the air with us?
No, I was lucky enough to be on the air with Marilyn Klumpus a couple of years ago.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah, and we talked about Chester River then, and we've had a lot of changes since then. So.
Okay, and so First of all, just to talk a little bit about you. We'll learn about you and your background. Besides being with the Chester River Association, you're also an artist, and the river features prominently in your work.
Yes, it does. I don't know what I would paint if I didn't have the Chester River. I've been a painter for my whole life, but I've had to have other jobs. I've done illustration. I worked for my brother-in-law, Bob Ramsey, at the Finishing Touch, little plug there, for about 10 years. But I started painting full-time in, I guess it was about 20 years ago, and started out painting what was around my house, which we're fortunate enough to live on the river up towards Crumpton. And I painted lots of trees and things like that, and all of a sudden I discovered the river, and it was around the same time that I got a kayak, and that changed my whole point of view, and I was able to get down into the river. So once I got out there in the river and seeing the river from a different way, I realized how fragile it was. And I had been involved with the Chester River Association for years, but doing peripheral things and being on the membership committee. But it was about 6 years ago that I went on the board. And doing the paintings that I do really has focused my attention on the river. So it's a kind of reciprocal thing. Without the paintings, without being able to paint, I wouldn't make a living. But without the river, I wouldn't have a reason to paint. So that's what kind of brought the two things together. So
you take your easel out on the kayak with you?
Not quite. I do have a nice little puddle jumper kayak that I could bring a small easel with, but I usually take my camera.
Okay.
And then I work from the photographs and crop them down and find some kind of interesting little interaction. I love the close-ups. I like going in close to the marsh and finding things that are that you wouldn't notice. And that's pretty much always been my interest in art, is to see the things that nobody notices.
And like people like me, I'm not visually oriented. I never have been. So I'm not very good at art. Part of that might be my eyesight. I have a lazy eye, and so I don't have very good depth perception, and that might be why I don't draw well.
Well, that might be a key. That might be it.
That might be.
Well, for me, there's no question. If I couldn't draw, I get so cranky. If I haven't been in the studio for a long time, my husband says, "Go down in the studio. I can't stand you anymore." So without art, I would probably be in an institution. So there's no question. I have to do it.
It's where my dad draws well and has good artistic talent. My mom draws well and has good artistic talent.
What happened to you, Keith?
And I have no idea what happened. I wound up being a musician, so I don't know what happened.
Well, that's very closely related, you know.
Wow.
The arts, music, and the arts.
Well, I mean, it is related, but for some reason, my talent.
It's not visual.
My talent went elsewhere. I mean, there are musicians that I know that do paint on the side.
Yeah.
Paul McCartney is one that John Lennon did a lot of it too.
Yeah, I had a wonderful friend she was 89 years old when she died. She was an abstract expressionist painter. Her name was Esther Levy, and all her paintings related to jazz. And she played jazz while she painted, and her paintings were just luminous, gorgeous things. But you could see the energy of the music coming through her paintings, and that's a perfect combination. Most artists have some source of inspiration that gets them into the visual realm, but doesn't